Welcome back to High Stakes, where this video, if you are an uncultured swine who doesn't know anything, is all about dish number 2. Was that bagos? Is that right? Bigos. Bigos or bagos? Yay! Top tips and the hidden gems in Corralejo in Fuerteventura with the utmost professionalism at all times, no exceptions. Hidden gem number 2 in Corralejo was Buenas del, I can't remember. Join us on a food journey to 3 of our favourite places. Location 1 of our hidden gems in Fuerteventura. We just found one of the most hidden of all the gems. It was called Megusta II, and it was a Polish-Spanish fusion restaurant in the heart of Corralejo. I had 2 dishes, Steph had 1. First dish that I had was a pierogi, which had tuna. It's not a tuna.
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
My first dish was a salmon teriyaki pierogi. If you are an uncultured swine who doesn't know anything, a pierogi is a Polish dish, which is a version of a dumpling with a really soft dough folded into the middle. These ones were black, I presume from cuttlefish or something to that effect. So folded in, it was sort of a minced salmon which had been mixed with teriyaki sauce. It was very sweet, really sweet, incredibly well balanced. There was a salty savouriness from the teriyaki, and there was a vinegar sauce across the top of the pierogi with a single peppercorn for decoration. The juxtaposition of red and black was amazing. Dish number 2 was a bagos. Bigos or bagos? Second dish was the bigos. So I asked my friend who worked at the restaurant, what's the best thing to get? He said the bigos is a fusion dish of Polish and Spanish food. He said, if you've never tried it before, do it. So I did it. It's sauerkraut mixed with turkey, pulled beef. There was a vinegar sauce as well. I have to say, everything from this place, the balance was unreal. The salty, sweet, vinegar, fat, fire, and heat, they had all 3 of them in harmony. It was really good. There was a potato mash. It really needed those pieces of fried chorizo to balance it all out. The saltiness from that chorizo really went well with the vinegar and the sweetness of the actual dish, and that pulled meat was fall apart tender. One of the highlights so far. I'm excited for the rest. Let's check them out.
Integral a low expectation step. I did not think, again, that I would find something so unique as I did today. What I found was a vegan platter with my favorite thing of all times, chile sin carne. And it was so good. If you look closely, it's probably still somewhere between my teeth. And it was so good. So the rest of it was hummus, your average hummus, like good. A guacamole dip, which was extraordinary, and it's hard to believe when something so simple can be so good, but it was. And then just potatoes with oil and a bit of garlic and salt. But I am so happy with this first experience, so go and find this hidden gem. A little secret, we'll tell you where it is.
Hidden gem number 2 in Corralejo, Fuerteventura. Buena Suerte. And was it a Buena Suerte or what? The menu overall was very intentional. It was small and intentional, and it had all the things that they really wanted to do, and they wanted to do well. It was a fantastic meal. I got 2 dishes. Once again, Steffi got 1. My first dish. Tell me this, Spanish people. When do they season croquettes? Because my first dish was croquettes, and if I'm being honest with you, they could have done with a little salt and pepper. Now that might be me. Maybe I'm not understanding how this works. Maybe I should have been the one to salt my own croquettes, but I feel like as a consumer, maybe they just got it wrong this time. I could be wrong. However, don't let that undercut the second dish. The prawns, the gambas in garlic oil were unbelievable. They were fresh. They were delicious. That oil, it had the spiciness of a good oil. There was garlic for days. Steffi had the risotto, and it was also unbelievable. It's normally not a vegan dish, but they offered to do it vegan. They took the cheese out. I was like, put the cheese in my gob. I'll eat it, but they didn't do it. Steffi had hers completely vegan, bit of bread, unbelievable. It was a tomato-based dish with Pesto what though?
Pesto dots, just that.
It's not a pesto dot though.
It was a tomato.
It was a tomato-based risotto with pesto dots all over the plate. We don't know what to call them. We didn't ask the question, but it was delicious.
Hidden gem number 3. And the last one, as you can tell, we are sober this time. We waited.
Dots, 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 dots.
Ew. With drinking, first recording, you know, first things first. Props to Tom for finding this final place. I would say it's really a hidden gem. It's a little bit outside of the center. What they have on the menu is Gyoza and Baobans. The menu changes all the time, I think monthly if I remembered well. And what we had was a Greek-inspired pita gyros Baoban. That's what Tom had. And what I had was a vegan Baoban. Homemade bun, soft and fluffy, so good. Marinated tofu, caramelized onions, peanuts, and beetroot hummus. Combination made in heaven. Super good, hidden gem, go find it out.
That's it, that was all 3 of our hidden gems. Which one looked best to you? Was it the Polish fusion? Was it the Asian fusion? Or was it the local delicacies? I know one thing, I can still taste the garlic from those prawns. Until next time, check you later. See ya!